Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the using OBS to enhance your video lecture guide. This video you're watching now is specifically for the part of the guide about how to add a background image to your video lecture layout. Before we start, I just want to apologize if you hear any sort of crunching sound in the back. It's because my dog is next to me chewing on a bone, and unfortunately I don't want to stop her. But anyway, this part of the video I'll talk about how to add a background image to your video lecture layout. This isn't something that's super important for a video lecture, but it's something that I think it just adds the overall aesthetic of your presentation, and I think it gives your lectures a little bit more visual appeal. So how do we go about setting up a background? The first thing we want to do is we want to go over here to our sources section, and we want to click on this add arrow down here. Okay, and in this pop-up box, I want to select image. So let's click on image. And now OBS is going to prompt you to create a name for this source. So we'll just go with something simple. I'll put background image. And you can see here that I already have a existing source. This is for another project I'm working on. But for you, if this is your first time using OBS, you won't have anything here. So we're going to create a new name, a new source. We're going to call it background image, and we're going to click OK. You're then going to browse your computer for a image that you want to use for your background. So we're going to click browse. Okay. And then depending on where you have images stored, you're going to select one. So I have mine pointed at OBS images. I'm going to use this picture of a seaside cliff as an example. So you select it, you're going to click open. Then on this screen, you're going to click OK. And now, as you can see, we've added the image to our preview pane. But the problem is right now is that it's not taking up the entire screen, right? There's a lot of black space in here. And so if we were to record this, we're going to just see a large black area and our background image only taking up a small portion of it. So how do we go about expanding our background image? The way you do that is you're going to grab any one of these corners here. Probably this one will probably be the best one. So you're going to click and drag this bottom right corner. All right, and we're just going to slowly expand the image. Now, as you can see, the proportions doesn't quite match my preview pane, but for me that's not a problem. I'm just going to keep dragging and keep dragging and keep dragging until it consumes all the space. Okay, now you can see that part of the image I've selected is not going to be recorded. Okay, so all this stuff down here, it's not going to end up in the final video lecture, but for me that's not a problem. So when you're selecting a background image, you want to find one that you are okay with expanding possibly beyond the scope of the preview pane. And then that's pretty much it. So this is set. This is your background image. In later videos, we'll start adding other sources onto this background image, you know, like a webcam and a desktop, things like that. Thank you.